Well, I guess Sam Brownback could ultimately. Oh, I see where you're getting at.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not good. Not good at all. Hey, it seems like we've done this story many times, but each time it is a new story with new data. Once again, prayer and belief in God in the United States have hit new lows. There's a new study released by San Diego State University, which looked at 60,000 respondents in the general social survey between 1972 and 2014. And religiosity in the United States continues to decline. Americans are 5 times less likely to pray in 2014 than in the early 1980s, and about half as likely to say that they believe in God. The poll also found that Americans are less likely than ever to attend religious services. Not surprisingly, the 18 to 29-year-old age group of respondents is the least religious age group of all. And the key here is to understand, that thing about, people get more conservative as they get older. No, there's no evidence of that. What is true is that at any given time, the older generations are more conservative than the younger generations at that time. So we don't know for sure whether individuals who now are 40, but 15 years ago were in the 18 to 29 age bracket, have they become less religious as individuals, or is it merely that each subsequent younger generation is less religious throughout their lives? And that is sort of a different question, but the broader strokes of this are as we know them, Lewis, which is the country is becoming less and less religious. Interestingly, though, the numbers here are still way higher than in other industrialized countries. If you look at Sweden and Denmark, Norway, Hong Kong, Japan, the United Kingdom, and Finland, and France, Australia, Netherlands, New Zealand, South Korea, et cetera, they have a far lower belief in God and prayer consistency or self-reported prayer than the United States. And that is also something really interesting socially, culturally, et cetera. And it is reflected in the politics of the country, no doubt.
Yes. So despite efforts by the proselytizers and by those radical groups like the Good News Club that we talked about, it isn't working. And I'm happy about that.
It's interesting, though, how in spite of this, it's still not a low enough level of religiosity. We're saying as a political candidate, I'm an atheist, stops being a political liability. The country is still religious enough.
That could take 40 years.
That is a political, and absolutely, when we look at the sort of generational changes, we're talking about, in many cases, 1% a year that we lose in terms of individuals describing themselves as religious, depending on how the question is asked and what specifically you're asking. So that is going to be a long path, but very interesting results from yet another study on religion. Send me your thoughts on what could accelerate the decline of religion in the United States, but also what could reinvigorate religion in the United States. I'm curious to hear your thoughts about that.